was sensational. I mean, I've known of Paul for the last couple of years. I've interviewed him a couple of times.
Right.
And I was blown away by Paul Carrick, you know.
Wow, wow.
So, no pressure, of course, when you get to the Auburn Arena.
No pressure at all. Thanks, Terry.
I mean, it is a great concert area, and it's one of those great concert venues. It's been around for, well, quite a few years, actually.
Well, do you know, I'm so glad I'm getting the chance to play there, because, I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of these venues that are closing down, and it really is a shame that the UK are just not embracing these venues instead of closing them down and knocking them down and building car parks.
I know, it's sad. I mean, theatre and concert arenas around the area where we are, Herts, Beds and Bucks, are very vibrant. But I do know, I mean, I travel all over the country, and a lot of them, and they struggle because of, in some places, the artists are charging too much for the audience. And that's always, I mean, I'm organising a big show later on in the year in Stevenage, and I approached one artist, and he quoted me some kind of stupid money, and I said, "You're joking." Well, it wasn't quite what I said, but that's all I can say on air. And he quoted me some stupid money, and I thought, hang on a minute, I'm going to have to sell this place at stupid money to get, you know, to make any money out of it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So I can understand to a certain amount what's happening, but around Herts, Beds and Bucks, where we're based and the radio show's based, is, well, we're vibrant with theatres. We have great theatres who are all doing very good business. And I know the tickets are selling very well down in St Albans. I've heard from the people at the theatre, and they said they're selling very well.
Oh, brilliant.
And I think you're going to be in for a sellout. If it's not a sellout, there's something wrong with life, isn't there? With three great performers.
I'm hoping it's going to be a sellout. I really am. And we're doing everything our end to try and get. I do know that there are some people who are travelling to go down there. Yeah. So hopefully, keeping fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get to see you got 3 live performers, a band, plus a DJ afterwards. I mean, what more do you really want?
No, you can't really ask for any more than that. I mean, that's just
£30.
Three artists and DJs as well. You know, it's going to be a good night, people.
It's going to be a great night. I'm sure it's going to be a great night. So you say you've really connected with Northern Soul. What's really brought that on in the last...
Do you know, just great songs.
I don't disagree with you.
Absolutely great songs. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm not a Northern Soul connoisseur or anything like that. I know what I like, and when I hear a good song, I just fall in love with it straight away. And I heard something, somebody say something to me the other day, and I literally almost had to walk away from him. He said they want Northern Soul to die with them, because he was a regular at Wigan Casino. And I literally just had to walk away from him, because I just think that is so wrong.
No.
I mean, you know, these great songs are meant to be heard. They are meant to be, you know, out there and enjoyed, not to be locked away in someone's, you know, record DJ box. Or
no, I mean, there's a film that's just come out a little while ago called Northern Soul, which I think has really done to sort of promote Northern Soul. But a lot of people don't realise some of the big hits. I mean, for instance, Mark Armand and their classic Tainted Love was an old Northern Soul hit.
Northern Soul hit, yes.
And, you know, they've moved, I mean, that's the 80s, and I mean, they've moved from sort of like Northern Soul, and that went into mainstream, and it's sort of, people don't sort of seem to understand that there are great hits and there are classic songs from the Northern Soul era.
Exactly. I mean, I've just through trying to find some covers to do for the album, I've come across some fantastic songs, and it should be heard. It just should be heard.
Yeah, don't lock it away. I mean, let's face it, musical history, whether you love it or loathe it. I mean, people sort of, a lot of bands are doing covers, like the old Westlife, you did a lot of covers, Boyzone did a lot of covers, and a lot of other bands have done a lot of covers. And I've got some young friends who've got young children, they say to me, "Oh, have you heard the so-and-so song?" And I say, "Yeah, I heard that 20 years ago."
Yes.
And they don't seem to realise that, you know, it comes around, goes around sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you've been described as a UK's most famous unknown singer.
Oh, I hate that saying.
Let's put a stop to that.
My management team did that, and I'll have words with them.
Will you? Is that the boss? Is it?
I think all they were trying to say was that, you know, over the years I've sung to so many people. You know, 20 years of gigging, week in and week out. You know, I'm going to sing to a lot of people, but who is Diane Shaw? So I think that is basically what he was trying to say.
I think that Paul Carrick's another one like that. We go back to Paul. I mean, people know the songs, but they don't know the band's name.
There you go.
You've played with some great artists, though. Martha Reeves.
Oh yes, I didn't. I didn't. I personally didn't back her. But it was at Skegness last year. She used part of my band, but she brought some of her own band.
Okay.
But what a performer! What
And,
a night that was.
Tommy?
Martha Reeves,
Yeah.
Chris Clark,
Oh.
Linda Holloway. All these names I grew up knowing, and never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that I would ever get to meet them, let alone work with them. So I'm over the moon about all this that's happening at the moment.
And you've played with three of people I know I know of and I love. He's Gino Washington.
Yes,
The great Gino Washington, and Dexy's Midnight Runners probably made him famous, didn't they?
Absolutely.
And he's still gigging and
And what a show he!
I know.
What a show! He was on the first year at Skegness, and he was on Sunday afternoon. The place was absolutely packed and jumping. Absolutely, he's such a dynamic performer.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly runs around the stage. I've had the pleasure. And also, you work with Sister Sledge.
Sorry?
You work with Sister Sledge as well.
Yes.
And George McRae.
Yes, I've met George, and
did he rock the boat for you?
Oh, he did. It's strange. As soon as you hear that percussion,
that is
song,
iconic,
you just
isn't
know, and the whole place just erupted. It's just that was a lovely afternoon.
That was great. Anyway, we're almost out of time, so let's just run through the gig quickly again. It's Friday the 27th of February.
Yep.
You're at the Auburn Arena. You're on with the lovely Clem Curtis and the Flirtations.
Yes.
Starts at 7:30, so don't be late. And you get the tickets via a website called www.peterpunter.co.uk. But you're on people would like to sort of find out a little bit more about you. You're on the fabulous Twitter, and you also have your own webpage, don't you?
Yes, that's right. www.dianeshaw.co.uk.
And you also have Twitter, which is at Diane _ Shaw. I'll get that sorted out in a minute. But an absolute pleasure talking to you. Let's play the double A side. Your double A side single, "Leave a Little Love."
That's correct.
All right, lovely. Thank you very much for today, Diane.
Thank you for having me.
An absolute pleasure.
Don't take all my love. Don't let me give you
Yeah, that was the other side, or the double A side of Diane's single. That's Leave a Little Love. Big thank you to Diane. Absolute pleasure. And of course, lovely Vi from the Flirtations. What a laugh she was. Next week on the show, I've got two very diverse guests. Joining me on the show, I've got historian David Starkey and, well, he's the lead singer of 10cc. Mick Wilson, he's also part of the band called Reflections. He'll be telling us all about 10cc, ELO and Reflections next week on the show. So as always, I've been Terry Sullivan. This has been the Sticks Radio Show. Until next week, it's bye for now. And I leave you, well, I love Diane's music so much. This is a track from her new album. This is called Don't Promise Me Sunshine.
With my heart at stake, don't know the right move to make. Should I let go of what I feel inside? I know someday I'll chance it somehow. If it must be, it might as well be now. Guess we don't know.
MK Pulse proudly sponsors Seclo Sounds. MK Pulse is Milton Keynes' local magazine, bringing helpful information on food, health, fashion, money, travel, culture and much more to 84,000 people every month. Plus news, views and what's on from around the city. If it's happening in Milton Keynes, it's in MK Pulse and it's available online at www.mkpulse.co.uk. MK Pulse and Seclo Sounds, the heart and soul of the city.